BoDean 52. How are you, folks? You know what? You meet the nicest people on Harley Davidsons. I mean, Hondas. I mean, Indians. Is it an Indian motorcycle I'm riding with? What am I doing? Let's talk about how important our bikes are to us. So I'm not sure where this Indian motorcycle guy is taking me. I should have probably checked that out before we started riding together, shouldn't we? That is RickieKM. Rick is a fellow Michigander. We ride, I don't know, 2 or 3 times a year. Probably should be more. He also has a YouTube channel called RickieKM, and I'll link that in the description. Super good guy, and I got to tell you about the story of just when we met up. Again, we haven't rode in probably 3 or 4 months, and it's really time to tie that into perspective of the importance to me of my motorcycles and riding. And I'll get back to a little more in depth about that. But first, we are on our way to a place called Frankenmuth, Michigan. And if you don't know about Frankenmuth, it's like one of those big towns that it's pretty well known, great food, great restaurants, but they also, it's like Christmas all year long. And my wife, Mrs. BoDean, will go out there, or loves to go out there, preferably with my sisters, because there's this big place, I think they call it Bronner's or something like that, and it's all Christmas stuff all year long. And honestly, I am in that place for 10 minutes and want to put a stick in my eye. And I realize that people are always guys are down the street at the bars because their wives are in this Christmas tree place. Because, honestly, there's 90% of women in this place, 10% of guys. Now, don't be offended by that. I'm just telling you the facts. And Mrs. BoDean and I know I'm getting off track here, but focus, BoDean, have a deal which is she has unlimited budget if I don't have to go. So that's kind of how it works. But Ricky and I are going to Frankenmuth right now, not to go Christmas shopping together. Wouldn't that be cute? We could start a joke. So an Indian motorcycle rider and a Harley rider rides to a Christmas... Never mind. Focus. Focus, Bob. Focus. So I had seen Ricky in 3 or 4 months, and I don't know, it's like a 60-mile ride for a meetup, probably for both of us. So as I pull in the parking lot, we're just kind of chatting away, kind of catching up. And it amazed me that a couple things. The things we will do to ride, number one. Number two is, you know, you always have those people like, all right, hey, they're my friends, but, you know, when you see them, it's like you haven't, you know, been gone, or you're like you start right where you left off. Ricky and I haven't been friends that long, so I wouldn't say it's that, but it was kind of that today. It was like, man, how you doing? He's asking me how my kid is, and I'm talking about his wife, and just talking about motovlogging a little bit, and he says to me, he says, I just didn't make it today. I'm like, what do you mean, dude? You're the one that, you know, called me and said, hey, let's move this ride up a week, which I was glad to do, because it's beautiful in Michigan today. But, so I guess he was, got home late from a event last night, and, you know, was just kind of closing up the house and locking up like we all do, and I guess he maybe missed a step as he was walking down the stairs. And, you know, we've all done that sometimes in our lives, or if we haven't, we're going to. Now, I didn't ask Rick if he had too much to drink, but I will at the next stop. But when he fell, he kind of fell on his arms, and he hurt his wrist and his right arm a little bit. And he's talking about how he can't move his wrist. Now, this is like midnight last night, right? It is, I don't know, 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. So he's like, yeah, I was going to have to cancel. So he's like in bed trying to move his wrist and stuff. Finally fell asleep. And then I guess he gets up and he goes to the garage. And of course it's his right hand. So the first thing you think about is that's my throttle hand. Now, you know, if you hurt your left hand, you know, you could really do, you know, you could brake with your foot. I mean, you don't, you know, but he's in his garage, and he's you know, trying to get his, you know, his wrist to be better, because he's having a hard time moving it back and forth. And sure enough, it's much better today, so we can ride, which is proof why we should love our motorcycles, because they make us better And we're probably a little lunatics for getting in our garage in the middle of the morning, just testing out your throttle hands, just to make sure you can ride the next day. But we are going to, we're going to hit this town, and we are going to, I guess the real purpose is mostly riding, which is real cool. We're going through a route I haven't been at in a bunch of really cool towns, but also for a picture at a covered bridge. And I think there's some sort of contest that him and a bunch of buddies have going, so I'll share that with you when I get more detail. But it's funny the things that we will do and how important riding is. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about more of that, but we're going to stop for a bite to eat, and then we're going to go bridge hunting and share a little bit more about what we're up to today. Alrighty, folks, we just had this nice little stop at Frankenmuth. This is RickieKM's bike. This is a Roadmaster. Isn't that beautiful? And we rode up here because he's in a contest to get pictures taken at certain landmarks. So we're going to get ready to go over this bridge here in a second. It's funny, I came out and there's all these people standing around my bike. And I'm like, crap, somebody backed into it or something. People riding scooters. And this lady was like right up against my bike. She's like, yeah, my husband was telling me to be careful. I'm like, yeah, he was giving you good advice. Could have been a bad day for you. It is a kind of a cool little town, though. As you can see, that's one thing I do like about Michigan. There's a lot of cool places. A lot of crowded people, though. And this is a place that apparently you can come eat. Like, they have these big buffets and crap. I don't know. All I know is there's a hell of a lot of people and a lot of traffic. And I'm on a motorcycle. Following an Indian. Dude. Ricky and I just had a great lunch. He's such a freaking good guy. And him and his wife ride all over and tour. One thing that's kind of cool about them is he has a channel which I told you about. Please go check him out. But he does more destination type videos when he goes on rides with his wife, instead of the vlogging kind of like I do mostly. So don't do it, dude. Let's see how slow we can go. Alright, this is pretty cool. We were discussing, can we just stop and block traffic? Turn the bike sideways and get a picture. So one of the things we all hate of the interstate, we're going to ride down together here a little bit and branch off on some back roads, but it has really been a fun day. And Rickie's a super good guy. I really like him. His channel is pretty cool, and you can see his Roadmaster is awesome, so go check him out. Well, what a heck of a day, I gotta tell you. You know, I've learned a couple things today. Number one is, regardless if you think that the back road is through a nasty area, don't get on the interstate. We got on the interstate and we were flying until we weren't flying. And then we were doing the contest of how slow can we go without tipping over, because we were in construction for about, I don't know, 15 miles. So number one is take the back road anyway. Number two is trust Waze. There's a time that Waze wanted to get me off the interstate there before all this traffic I came up on was, and I ignored it, and well, there you go. But what it was a great day, put things in perspective, and shows that you can ride with an Indian motorcycle. But it also shows, you know, don't go too long without reaching out to that friend like Ricky did me and said, okay, dude, let's go for a ride. Right? Here's what I want to do. I want to go take a picture at this covered bridge. So, 200 and, let's see. Okay, only 163 miles later, almost back to my place, and he got that picture that he was looking for. So, a super cool day, but it just shows, go take that ride, and just make a call to somebody. One, as I always say, is, you know, call and check on a friend, but also call or send a message and go, hey, you want to go for a ride? It's funny, we were sitting at lunch and my phone binged, and it was another fellow Michigander that also has a YouTube channel, and I didn't read it all yet, but it said, you want to go for a ride, and I didn't catch the rest of it, and you know, that's cool. So hopefully maybe that's tomorrow, and I can go explain to the wife, well, I'm going to be gone 2 days riding instead of being home with her. But get out and ride that ride. Make sure that you are enjoying why you ride. And hope you enjoyed this quick little video, but I wanted to you know, make sure that everybody know that Rick was out there. RickieKM, super good guy, super good channel. Takes you in places in Michigan that I haven't gone yet, and definitely worth checking out. And just a super good person and good guy, and I'm glad I could share that with you guys. So go check his channel out. In about 30 seconds, when you see the end of this video, you're going to see my end screen that will have a link to his channel and a link to his last video. So just click on that, watch the video, subscribe if you like what you see, and then come back in a couple days and you'll see BoDean 52 again. Be safe out there, everybody. Make sure to check on that friend we talked about, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.